Here we are at Derby. This is part 2 on the solar installation. You can see obviously what we've done. We've got a Solus inverter here. We've got some panels on the roof on this garage here. So we've got 4 panels on the roof. We've got 5 over at the stone gabions, which I'll show you in a minute. And then we've got another 9 on the other string. So obviously we've got the supply over. We've dug the lawn up. We've got the supply here for the board. It needs moving over and putting the blanks in, but we'll do that in a minute. So we've got a Hager board. We've got a junction box here with all the strings in and the connections, which then go into the isolator, then up underneath here. The DC colours are changing in the 18th edition to, I think it's red and white. Obviously the old colours for DC were silver and brown. So we'll leave it for now, because obviously the 18th edition Amendment 2 doesn't come in till later this year. We've got high rupture fuses for the battery bank. These are the data cables that come over from the house that I'll show you in a minute. So if I go into the menus, you can see where we're at the moment. Obviously the mains power's off at the moment, so it's gone into a backup hybrid mode at the moment. So we're making 2 kilowatts at the moment off the panels. We've got 53% in the batteries. It's charging into the batteries, and obviously 1.9 kilowatts is going into the inverter. The constant loads on the house are 240 watts, which is two and a half light bulbs nearly, but it's making obviously 1.79, so obviously 100 watt light bulb, so that's making 17, nearly 18 light bulbs worth, and you're only using 2.5 light bulbs worth, and the rest of that, that's 15 light bulbs worth, is going into the batteries. That's just a simple analogy for people that are obviously not sure or not electrically minded. So electricians out there, don't take that literal. I'm just trying to explain to people, viewers that don't understand too much about inverters. Ignore the alarm light. It's just we've got the power off at the moment, and it's trying to tell me we've lost mains. So we'll sort that in a minute. Obviously got all the stickers on. We need to fill all these in. Obviously put all the mains, the inverter stickers in. We've got the Wi-Fi dongle set up for the customer. He's out at the moment, but we will get onto that a bit later. So we're going to put all this back together. I've got some nice tray work here, which I will actually bond. I'll put a bond from here, put a stuffing gland, and bond it into the rail. Obviously everything's done. We've smashed the concrete out down the bottom, brought the cables in. This is the rack of batteries that we've got in here. I'll just show you. So that's nicely done with all the manuals. It's been a bit dusty because we've left this job for a couple of weeks because the customer's been away, and obviously we've had a lot to do ourselves, and he's wanted to put the solar panels into the top of the gabions, which has obviously taken a bit more time. So here we are, beautiful area, beautiful house. So we've got solar panels on top of this garage in some rental tubs, and then we dug all the garden up from here all the way across to the house, and that's the supply and the armoured cable for the solar panels. So obviously we put safety tape down, dug it to the required depth. It was a bit of a pig, to be honest. I'll just take you over to here. So this is the supply. So I've put it in a separate box, as you're supposed to do. Nothing to do with the meter box. I've just literally brought the tails in, put an IP rated plastic enclosure inside an enclosure, done it properly, nice job. And obviously then we've took the supply out, banjoed it, and that's the supply to the fuse board you just saw in the garage. Now this is the communication Arkel meter. That has a CT clamp which is inside this cupboard that communicates and works out how much power we're using for the house. Obviously you can see the comms lights on, and obviously you can see the solar meter, which is that, and the shed, which is on a B50 breaker, back to the supply over there, and obviously a main switch. So that's nicely done. We'll be doing some testing on that later, inspection test. I'm just going to leave that cupboard open for a bit. I'll just take you up here. And you can see across here all the solar panels round to the corner. We'll put some more panels on here, and then we'll grid limit it, so literally you can't export out, anymore out to the grid. It would just be going into the batteries or supplying the house. But that's for another video, another day. But these are the panels across the top, which is obviously totals 15 panels, string of 9 and the string of 5, and 4 on there, which makes 18 altogether, unless I can't count. Hope you enjoyed the video so far, but that's where we're at.